Holosun is a major name in the pistol optic industry. They offer a wide range of sights, and two of the most common are the Holosun 507K and the 507C. Let's take a closer look at these two so that you can decide which one is right for your gun. The 507K and the 407K actually share the same size at 1.6 inches long and slightly under an inch in width and height. They also share the same window size. It's a 0.58 inches by 0.77 inches. The 507C is slightly larger, 1.78 inches long, 1.15 inches wide, and 1.15 inches tall. The top of the sight and window are also curved unlike the 507K, and the window size is larger at 0.63 by 0.91 inches. Both come packed in Holosun's standard heavy-duty box. Inside the box is the user manual, a cleaning cloth, adjustment tool for the turrets, screws with blue Loctite already applied, and of course the optic with a CR1632 battery. The 507K and 507C both have Holosun's Multi-Reticle System, which lets you toggle the reticle to use only the 32 MOA ring or the 2 MOA dot, or combined, so it has a total of 3 reticle options. One thing I'd like to point out here is if you have astigmatism, the 2 MOA dot on the 507K and 507C might be a better option compared to Holosun's 407K's 6 MOA dot, so you don't have any starburst around the dot. To adjust the reticle, you simply hold down the minus button for 3 seconds to switch between the 3 reticle options. It'll rotate between circle dot, dot, and circle in that order, and of course what reticle you use will also affect the battery life. A high-quality CR1632 battery can power this device for up to 10,000 hours on a dot plus circle setting, or 50,000 hours on just the 2 MOA dot setting at setting 6. That means that at 10,000 hours, the sight would last 416 days or over a year if it were on 24/7, and at 50,000 hours, it will last over 5.5 years if it were on 24/7. So there's plenty of battery life. However, if you're worried about how long the battery lasts, the battery is easily accessible through the tray, which is mounted on the side of the optic, meaning you can change the battery without dismounting the optic from the slide and having to re-zero it in after you do change that battery. And in addition, the 507C operates with Holosun's solar fail-safe dual power system, meaning it's using the internal battery or the solar cell at the top to power the sight. Holosun also specifically says do not use a rechargeable battery. Both also have Holosun's shake-awake technology, which also helps you save the battery life by shutting the LED off during periods of motionlessness. You're able to edit the time it takes to shut down in the settings menu. The default sleep timer setting is 10 minutes. But to be adjusted, it could be either 10 minutes, 1 hour, 12 hours, or sleep mode disabled. You enter the time adjustment mode by holding the plus button for 10 seconds. You press and release either the plus or the minus button to set the time. The LED will blink once for 10 minutes, twice for 1 hour, 3 times for 12 hours, or 4 times to disable sleep mode. And of course, if you press the plus or minus buttons at the same time, the optic will turn off, which also saves you battery. If the reticle blinks slowly, then the battery just needs to be replaced. There are also 12 brightness settings, 10 daylight, and 2 night vision compatible. The brightness is controlled by 2 flush mount buttons on the side of the optic. Obviously, the plus means brighter, and minus lowers the brightness. The flush mount buttons are nice because you can't accidentally rub up against them and change the brightness settings. Or you could also use the lock mode by holding down the plus button for a few seconds. The dot will blink to confirm lock mode is on or off. The 507C also has an auto brightness mode, which operates with the solar cell and internal battery two-way power supply. It's based on the ambient lighting level of the room, and the sight will switch between battery and solar power cell automatically. This accommodates operation in all lighting condition, and auto mode is the default setting, so you don't have to turn it on or anything. It's already set on. In auto mode, the brightness of the reticle is automatically adjusted to match ambient lighting. The battery will compensate for power if the solar cell cannot drive the reticle alone. And if lighting is low enough, the sight will automatically switch to the battery power. And while running on the battery power, you can adjust the reticle brightness by obviously using that plus or minus buttons to switch between higher and lower brightness levels like normal. Both sights also have a memory function, which will remember the last saved brightness setting when you turn it on or off. Like the 407K, both the 507K and 507C come zeroed in from the factory for 25 yards, but it also has two turrets for adjusting the elevation and windage. Elevation is at the top and windage is on the side of the optic. And again, the adjustment tool is included in the box. Each one of the turrets also has one MOA click per adjustment, which you can feel when you click through the settings. Both also have green dot counterparts. Literally everything is the same except the color, which is obviously green. We'll make an entire video on green dots shortly, but as a quick snippet, human eyes see green better than they see red, and here's a comparison of what these two dots look like. If you're looking for more information about the 507K or 507C, check out freedomgorilla.com.